finally, LSU, 6-2, 4-1 in the SEC at Alabama, 7-1, 5-0 in the SEC. This is 7:45 on CBS and a huge game. Matt, what do you think about this one?
The implications in this one are pretty gigantic because if LSU finds a way to beat Bama, then you're looking potentially at one loss for Bama, one loss for Ole Miss, one loss for LSU. So I think all three of them have beat each other, and then it's going to come down to what happens in the last couple of weeks going forward. Bama has had their struggles this year, but Bama's found a way to win ball games. With that being said, I like Bama's chances here. It's at Bama. It's a night game. That's a tough environment. So I'm going to give Bama the edge here, but I'm going to say Bama wins this thing late. We're talking a last-minute touchdown, and I'm going to say Bama wins 28-27.
It's a good pick. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, this will decide the West, barring some, crazy, fallout from other games. But so this may be the biggest regular season game to date for any SEC team this year. Question is, can Bama contain Jaden Daniels, right? Sure, this game is at home for Bama, but we've seen Bama not look so dominant at home like we're used to seeing. And so they'll definitely need the defense to make this a manageable game from an offensive standpoint. I don't think Bama wants to get in any kind of shootout situation going on here. I'm conflicted because I feel like LSU might have been the better team. But as you said, Matt, Bama has kind of gotten better as the season has gone along. So I can't trust this one to a coin flip, though. I'm going to go and make the difficult decision. I'm going to go with Bama 34-31. Grant, what's your prediction?
So interesting weekend here because essentially you have two games that are more or less going to decide who represents the East and the West, right? You got Georgia and Missouri.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Ole Miss is still a contender there, but they still have to go through Georgia as well. So I think in this particular game, I know you guys said, oh, Bama always finds a way to win. So this game is going to be more about finding a way to stop Jaden Daniels. He has been absolutely prolific this year. I mean, I think LSU is going to kind of score at will against Bama. And the question is, can LSU's defense stop Alabama's offense? And, based on what we've seen from Milroe and company this season so far, I don't think they're going to stop them much, but I do think they'll get at least a couple key stops. So this one's for Jesse. I've got LSU, go Tigers, winning 45-35 in T-Town.
Okay.
Jesse will be not happy if that happens. She'll be so pissed.
I mean, it has come down to this game, it seems, or, between these two teams the past, or at least out of the last 4 or 5 years, it seems like it's happened a lot where it's between LSU and Bama. So,
yeah, at least the East is keeping it interesting with, who's going to challenge Georgia.
Right.
And Matt, just for what it's worth, after that Texas-Alabama game, I texted Wes and said, hey, man, you might want to check on Jesse,
Yeah, it was a rough day for her.
Yeah, it was. But, they've bounced back. And obviously that was a non-conference loss, too. So not the end of the world. So we'll see. Of course, LSU's got the same thing going on with that loss at the beginning of the season, too. So